Hey gang, how are you? Frank Azarella here, Shake and Bake Sports Cards and Collectibles, welcoming you all and thanking you all for being a part of the inaugural Shake and Bake Sports Cards collectible show. Guys, just touching base here to just go over a few things. I do think that communication is key with any of these shows. And so I do want to keep in contact with everybody, keep everybody in the loop, and I want to develop a relationship with you all so that we could collaborate and really build this forward. With that said, again, my name is Frank. My partner, his name is Vernon Alexander. He is located in Olathe, Kansas, him and his family. I myself, I am located in, believe it or not, the beautiful state of New Jersey, which I don't know what the Kansas people or the Missouri people think about Jersey, but we hear a lot about being the armpit. But as you can see in the back, there are some really nice areas in New Jersey. For me, it's a blessing, but I look forward to coming out there as well. With that being said, again, a little bit about myself and Vernon and Shake and Bake Sports Cards. As Vernon and myself have a long history. We've been pretty much best friends for over 30 years. Similar interest, similar likes. He's actually a physical therapist. He has his doctorate. DPT, and I have a master's and full-time job. I work at a prestigious private club in which I'm a personal trainer and a health fitness instructor. Very grateful to be a part of that community. Been doing it for 12 years here in New Jersey. In addition to that, again, we just found a passion, again, in regards to what the hobby is. I'm a long-time collector myself. I was born in 82. Vernon's Vernon's also 82, just earlier. But I probably started collecting 85, 86, parents obviously helping, and it's progressively worked out since. A couple years ago, like many of you, we really got back into it. Obviously a lot of people have similar story in regards to the boom with COVID and everything, people getting bored, finding things to do, going back to collecting cardboard and whatnot. But it was very advantageous, and we reestablished a liking. And in regards to him and I, again, we're separated. We went to elementary school and high school together. We both played football in college, but being in Jersey and him being in Kansas, this kind of brought us back to being closer again. And we established Shake and Bake Sports Cards and Collectibles, and the rest is history. Since then, we've established a successful side hobby as what you could call a business. And I myself, and I know Vernon works a lot. He has a store, or he works with an antique store. He works on Whatnot and utilizes eBay and Marketplace. I'm pretty heavily involved with shows out in New Jersey, and I've been doing shows for, I want to say, over 3.5 years, and I've evolved in what I've learned, and really quite excited because in regards to building something, duplication is probably, especially if you see success, duplicating is such a massive key to being successful. So I've been very observant over my time in New Jersey, and I'm very grateful, and I've seen a lot of great things, but I do feel that things could be better. Again, everything could always be better. Everything's about evolution, swallowing your pride sometime, and learning and then progressing. And that's why we're here right now in this video. And again, communication is so massive. Again, whether you're the host or whether you're a vendor, we are trying to generate a bridge or build a bridge to collaborate, to connect, to help one another. So I do feel like communicating is key, and that's where we're at here. So I'm going to dive into a few things that may help you establish your own personal business, and take it or leave it. All right, this is probably going to be, I don't even want to guess how long this video is going to be, but I'm going to try and brush through. I know everyone has a life, but if you want help, again, I've been doing the shows for a while. I'm sure a lot of people here have been doing shows for a while, so take it or leave it, whatever I have to say. I will discuss philosophies, but take it or leave it. But again, let's do this together. Let's build this. Let's build big, and let's progress and evolve. All right. Collaborate, do not compete. All right. That is the name of the game here. All right. Stay vocal. With that said, where we're at, Community Center of Olathe. Guys, we have the potential to build this into a massive, massive show. I'm talking 100 plus tables. Not that, I mean, as a vendor, you're looking individually, but again, the more vendors you get, the more, the more you have to sell or to show, the more eyes you're going to get there because it's all about networking. With that said, Community Center of Olathe is a massive spot that is always going to bring in traffic. All right, this is a fitness facility. There's always events. They have, I guess they have weekend fairs. They have, street festivals. They have live music. Again, people are always coming and going no matter what. Our show is there. All right, but there's always something going. There's an outdoor pool. There's public seating, like for any food trucks and vendors that are coming through. You do have access to setting up inside, but there is also some very nice areas on the outside. This is a very attractive venue. And as I said, if we build this together, it is going to be advantageous as a vendor, as a seller, because eyes and feet are going to get to this facility. So keep that in mind. As we progress through, we will send video of what we're looking at. But many opportunities for where we're going here, and we do see progression in regards to this show. At this point, a little less than a month, I think we're 29 out. I believe we're in between 30 and 40 tables. Mostly, sports cards and memorabilia and TCG. There are, again, we have a second room. There are going to be some variety vendors as well, just to, press in. Again, we know that when you're doing a specific or niche type show, you kind of want to have the same amount, the same type of stuff. But to bring people in, to get more eyes, we felt compelled to bring others through. All right, that's not a bad thing, because again, it's all about footsteps. It's all about feet in the door. But we are going to have that. Additionally, we are going to have entertainment, as you've seen in the videos. We're going to have music. We're going to do raffles. We're going to do trivia questions, be it for a prize or just for fun. We do have a meet and greet set up with. I don't know if you've seen these videos. It always catches my eye, and again, I can't. I was like, why? I would never do this. I would never want to get slapped. But these people do it. They're nuts, and it's really a popular thing. So we have one of the up-and-coming stars at a power slap coming. He's volunteered, Logan Greenhall. Great kid, from what I read from his bio, out of Overland Park. He won his last bout via KO. Watched it. I mean, it was clobbering time. So he's offered to do a meet and greet. I think he wants to do some autographs. We're going to try and get a Q&A there. So that's pretty exciting. We're going to progressively build from there. We'd like to get some, obviously, football players, baseball players, be it minor leaguers. If any of you guys have connections with that, by all means, let us know. And, we could do some autograph things. I know in Jersey, that's a lot. You have a lot of meet and greets. So that draws people in. All right. So if anyone here has any of those connections, by all means, please let Vernon or myself know, and we could potentially make that happen. Again, that is a key component here. Also like to do maybe a Q&A if Logan agrees to it. Again, I'd like to have, live interviews, over our speakers, whatever we have, to make it more interactive, give up updates with whatever, baseball, whatever the Royals are doing, whatever's going around in sports, we could do those. Additionally, what I'd like to do over a microphone is kind of background and spotlight you as vendors. All right, which I do think, I've been to great shows. I've done great shows. And the really good shows keep people engaged throughout. So kind of like a background noise where, you'll have cosplay and then there'll be interviews with, local legends or whatever. But what I would like to do is, if you guys have time, like I saw Logan's bio, like we get on the microphone, we have Casey memorabilia and cards. Yeah, here. Oh, they've been vendors for over 15 years. They specialize here. You got to check this card. You let me know what kind of card you have, and say table 6. Check it out. Look for the logo. They're right here, right now. Some of Jersey's best, right here. They've been doing this. They know what they're doing, and then you kind of plug. It's like a Stockton to Malone thing. So I would like to integrate that into our shows. So like when you're there, you're there. It's not just people rolling around, because again, spectators, attendees, they could get lost in a show and then they don't really know what they have. I have a tremendous inventory. I'm a long-term collector. I look for very rare pop, low pop, without variations. And I don't have to rush to move them, but if I've had people come to shows and then they're coming to my table last. They're like, oh my God, I can't believe I didn't get to this table. But if we have an idea where you guys can, we could get a little bio, then we can advertise live at this show. So in your spare time, I know everyone's busy. I will ask for that. I will send an email with that. If you could give us a little bio, and then we could promote you then and there at the show, and that will help, generate more business, hopefully at that time of potential sale. Because a lot of times, again, when it's busy, it's crowded, some tables get overlooked, and then, some people that have anxiety or don't want to be around other people, or there's too much of a crowd, will bypass tables, and then you could potentially lose business, and then that leaves a sour taste in mouth, and the rest is history. So that's something I'd like to do in addition to, the meet and greet, the live the music, the raffles, the live feed, the face painting. We're going to have some games. I think we're going to have cornhole and, other stuff, and food trucks. And it's going to be an interactive event. And we're going to progressively build from there to where it's just a storm. It's a Kansas, central United States storm in where people are coming. So we have a great venue. We have great tools to make this a success. And again, we're going to collaborate and build this together. That is the key here: to communicate, to work as one team, and to progress and snowball and build. Again, collaborate, do not compete. All right. In regards to, again, talking to how Vernon and I are different. We do want to cater to you guys. Absolutely. This is obviously in sales, a customer is always right. Although you're going to see a lot of people. Again, you got to be who you got to be. You're going to get, people. You're going to have your compers. You're going to have your young kids that think they know everything, and you're going to have the cute doe-eyed kid that's going to try and do their best, and But this is we are here for you guys, and that is the key. We're going to have, vendor gifts and everything, and we're going to go to bat for you guys. We want you to have the best show, and we're not going anywhere. This is progressive. We are looking, once this show is through, we are resetting for September to a 2-day show, likely a 2-day show, a three-room show. And then we're looking to do monthly, bi-monthly events, because I do believe from this perspective, and I'm speaking personally from my history of, being a vendor, I do believe in, building home first. A lot of people want to hit home runs, and they want to travel to these big shows. You could hit a home run at a big show, but if you build your own home at your home base, I'm not telling you not to migrate and go to other places, but if you build it, they will come. I've been to smaller shows. I've made thousands in smaller shows. I've been to big shows, 3-day shows, where I've made nothing close to a 6-hour 1-day show. Not even close. And Vernon and I, I could respect it, and you see a lot of promotion to, say, Fanatics and Burbank and Dallas, and I am not. Again, you're going to get big hitters there, but you're also going to spend, I'd say hundreds, but I got to say, it's unless you know someone, thousands. Food, hotel, travel. So you're going to get, plus to be in the show. If I do a 3-day show, 3-day show. Vernon and I did one at American Dream Mall. $1,800 to get into the show. 3 days. What can you buy with that $1,800? And I'm not knocking it because we had a good show. There were also benefits to being at a mall in the middle of the mall. We'll tell you that as we go. I mean, when it was 9 to 4, did we really stay till 4? We're in a mall. We kind of floated around. We stayed. All right, but. Again, Fanatics, same thing. $3,500 to enter. Then you got to get to New York. If you're not from New York, then you got to get a hotel. Build home first. Build. The home field advantage is a massive thing. If you show up to these shows, the same spot, every time, people remember you. You build your own fan base. And people come back. I've seen it. Again, to me, that is the best way to build a business. People know where you're going to be. People say, oh, where's Frank? Where's Shake and Bake? Mine is in Jersey. Mine's at Parsippany. Again, that's duplication. I got to tell you, I've been doing it for almost 3 years. I watched that show grow. Holy moly. Duplication. I assure you, if you stay the course and you stick with us, you will build a successful business. All right. And again, I know there's a couple people here, and I've been one of those people that are like, oh, I didn't make anything here. I can't. It was a terrible show. Well, terrible show to you is relative because the next person could have a massive show. I've been to a show where I've made I broke even in one day, and then I talked to another person and they made $20,000, 6 hours. So it's all relative. I mean, you're not always going to have a hit, all right? And I do want to say this. I have this in my notes, all right? Not every show is going to be a financial success, all right? And I know you want to hit it. I know people expect, and this is how you make your living. But you could still have a successful show, even without a successful show, by building relationships, by being a good customer serviceman or woman, all right? Just because you don't make a sale at that point doesn't mean that they're not coming back. All right. Some people say, "Oh, I'll get back to you," and then they look around, they find something else. But if you show common courtesy and respect, and you give them details, odds are they're coming back and they're going to remember you. This has happened multiple times. This happens with me a lot. Again, I do a lot. Even at my worst shows right now, I'm making, over $1,000 in 6 hours. And again, you got to take out, and I'm not saying that that's a thing. Again, I have higher end stuff, which you're like, oh, for the amount of time plus work and everything, was it worth it? It's all relative. But once you build, your worst days aren't necessarily bad. All right. I'm like, all right, well, I need at least something so I can go have my steak after this. If I'm going to get my steak, I've had a decent enough day to where I can enjoy myself and I've profited a bit. But if you keep building at the same spot and you promote that spot, people are coming to see you. All right. And that is why it is so important to progressively promote where you are. Promote yourself, but promote your fellow vendors that are with you. All right. I do believe in the one team, one fight mentality. If you help one another, it will help you directly, and it'll help you in the long run. If you're proud to be where you work, if you're proud to be where you're representing and vending, all right, people are going to see that. We have a very attractive location. All right, so you're going to get feet through the door, but no matter what, again, I can't say, you're going to have days where you're like, oh, why did I do this? Maybe spend my time better. And then think, I'm never coming back here. But you're going to have those days. All right, but plant a seed. Plant a seed with your customers. Common courtesy, respect. Teach them something. All right, I'm a big advocate of, again, in today's day and age, and Again, I'm making a video, so you're going to see it on YouTube or social media, whether you have the time. I love seeing kids. I love seeing kids hustle, but I do believe that we have a technology, again, for as good as technology has become, it has also been detrimental to health and social well-being. So I like to engage with younger kids. I'm always respectful and courteous. You're going to get some young hustling kids, but I like the interaction. I like the eye contact because I do think that we're at a time where kids are losing, you know, the social aspect of life, and it's such a key thing. I do feel you could educate kids and help them engage and be comfortable with talking with one another, because a lot of kids nowadays are lost in their phones. So you could teach them there, but I've had young kids with their parents come in, and I'm trying to teach them about, let's say, Pop Report and why the importance of this, and flipping and whipping versus long-term holding. And if you sit there 15 to 25 minutes, and I've been a manager, at a health nutrition store. Again, I'm not to my own horn, but I've been number one manager out of 288 stores. But I would literally sit with customers after hours and just explaining the body and how nutrition works. And again, they wouldn't buy anything, but guess what? They come back and buy some in a week or a month because you're giving them good customer service. So don't think that kids or parents forget that. They always end up usually coming back. So focus on that. All right. No matter what, define what success is. Obviously, financial success is key. Everyone wants to make money, but build forward, build towards success, start hitting singles. All right. Drag, bunt, single, build, plug, plant. And then you're going to hit that home run, and then you're just going to see just reciprocating sales. You're going to see customers back. It's quite simple. So, again, I understand that you'll have times where bad days happens to all vendors, unless they're blowing smoke. Oh yeah, this blah blah blah. No, I've had shows where I've lost money. I've had shows where I've made over 5K. I've had shows where I've broken even. I've had shows where I've had some really rude customers. Again, but try and be the better person. Progress. I'm not telling you to run your business, but if you are respectful and you're willing to teach and you're willing to find ways to succeed outside the financial, you will, in the long term, find financial success. With that being said, I just want to touch on promoting and marketing. I'll be as quick as possible. I know this is a long video. Guys, we are only going to be as successful, early on as we are together. Meaning, if we're putting stuff up on social media, you got to want to share it. Again, it takes time. Vernon and I have built over, I'm not saying this is big because there's people with 10 to 15,000. We're working on 3,600 followers on our Instagram. We do have a Twitter. We do have Facebook. The more, the better. I know it gets carried away, but even if it's just Instagram, build your brand. If you don't have one, I would advise you in time, sooner the better, to build it. Even if it's on a personal page, if you see us sharing a story or a reel, share it. All right? Because that's going to get more eyes to the show. All right? We need to be unified in this. A simple share, it's that arrow on Instagram. If you have any questions, let me know. Just share it and promote it. Dawn, if you've talked with Dawn is absolutely incredible. She just, what's the word? She just helped. Unbelievable. No, she's Vernon's sister. She's, a family friend. She's family to me. She has really gone above and beyond to really make this special. Again, Vernon is busy with work. I'm busy with work. She's busy with work, but she's truly talented in what she's done to help us. But her marketing skills is one thing. I know she's given, all of you who are involved tools. Utilize those. But if you see us posting a video about the show, you need to share it. Or again, so that more eyes get to it. Even if you have 100 followers, that's 100 more. Even if 10 to 15, it just take one, and that accumulates. All right, and then a progressive. You hit the right spot. You hit the right person. Boom. You're gonna flow. You're gonna flow. You'd be surprised who hits. But in Jersey, you see a lot of people that they're competing. I mean, they've gotten better at collaboration, but it's like, why wouldn't, even if I'm not doing a show for Morris County Card Show, like, I want to promote it. Like, Deb has, you don't know Deb. Deb has built the show. I watched that woman build a fortress. Unbelievable, you know. But you got to collaborate, and there's so many people that are like competing. It doesn't help, especially in this. People, if you need to sell cards, you need an avenue. If you want to buy cards, you need a venue. One team, one fight. Market, promote. Build your own business. Build your own social media platform. And let's get this done. The more we do this, the better it will be for everyone at the show. We need feet. We need bodies through that door. If you build it, they will come. All right? And we're going to go, again, regarding philosophies. All right? This is the last thing I will touch on. Everyone has a philosophy in regards to the hobby. Whatever your craft is, whatever you're collecting, that is fine. However you do sales is one thing. So many people get mad, sales are this, so I can't believe the pricing's that. Everyone's in a different position. So your tactics or your ideals or your philosophy may be different than the other vendors there, or you may have the same passion, or you may have the same ideas, but respect it. All right, as long as they're respectful, and that's what it is. That's what it comes down to. All right, everything works. All approaches are approaches. It's your option or your belief in what you're doing up there. So that's what I would say. Just respect philosophies and promote the show, promote your fellow vendors, and progress from there. All right, you don't know the next person's position. Comps are comps, but some people may have to sell. Other people may not have to sell. Again, for the most part, like I have a lot, I can move stuff and I do move stuff, but I have my long cards. It's like looking under a 67 vet hood for me. I let it marinate, baby. That's my philosophy. But, that said, guys, we're less than a month away. All right. So do what you can. One more thing, because I'm veering off. Organization at your table, all right? Just to be successful at a show, and a lot of vendors know this, all right? Make sure you mark yourself. Make sure you be your own best promoter. So if you have signage that promotes your business, if you have a logo, consider getting a table runner or, a table, I'm running out of the words here, but get something to cover your table, a table runner that promotes your business, that has your logo showing, whether you have a paper holder that's saying this is, like we have Shake and Bake, just so people know where you're at, and then, again, if this is a progressive thing where you guys are coming back, I'd like to set it to, having the same space for you so people know that you're coming back, but make sure that you identify yourself and where you're set up at your table. Number one. Number two, make sure this takes time. Guys, I got to tell you, I probably have over 50,000 cards. When I set up, I have 24 feet of table. Not that that's happening there. But I probably have, 30 to 50,000 cards. It takes so much time to organize, but once you do it, you're setting yourself up for success if you price all of your cards. All right, if you have a sticker, because again, you have people that comp, then you have people that are financially fine, they don't care, they don't know, and you know what? They'll see a price and be like, "Oh, take it." So the best thing to do is, have stickers on all your cards, or make a bargain bin, or make like a $5 bin, or 10, 20, or 50 cents, or whatever. Have those stickers ready, or have those boxes ready. Additionally, organize however you want to do it, by sport, by athlete, by team. Have it alphabetical. Make sure your cards are organized, because again, there's a lot to say about the appearance of your setup. More people, if it looks like chaos, they're not going to want to deal. It's overwhelming. So keep that all in mind for strategies when selling. And I know a lot of you are veterans in regards to, being a vendor. But just take those with a grain of salt. This just a little help. It is your show. All right. We are the hosts, but we want to see you succeed. Because if you succeed, we succeed. All right. A great show for our vendors is a great show for our customers, is a great show for Johnson County and the KC metro area, that whole community. We want to make it fun. We want to make it interactive, and we want everyone engaged. So we're doing everything we can on our end. And we really look forward to June 22nd, guys. This is going to be a massive, massive show for a great many years. Vernon and myself can't stop saying it. We're super pumped. We're super excited to have been in contact with everyone that is a part of it right now. We're super excited to meet you. I've met some really great, or talked to some really great people. And together, we're going to build this into a massive success that is extremely fun for family and friends alike. So with that being said, guys, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. I'm sorry for this. I know you guys don't have time, that much time, but if you take it, please do. We look forward to seeing you. Have a great weekend. Guys, thank you so much. Let's rock on June 22nd. Have a good one.